Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Kyra, and here on this channel we are all about that real makeup for real life and real people like us. Today's video is an update for the hashtag Monochromatic Project Pan 2021. This project was created by Kali Fab and it is in collaboration with the Pantastic Ladies on Facebook. I'll have all of that information linked down below as always, but why don't we go ahead and get into it. So in July, the color was blue, and I did use some blue products as well as some products with blue packaging. And I did hit 4 out of 5 goals for this month. Now you might remember that I said furthermore, forever on, I'm going to be putting in a palette each month in this project with the goal to create 2 looks and a video to share with you guys. So for the month of July, the palette was the BH Cosmetics Blueberry Muffin palette. Oh my goodness. I enjoyed this palette so much. I used it way more than the 2 times that I created the 2 looks. I will have that video linked down below for you in case you missed it. But this is so beautiful, and kind of what I figured out is that it's not as blue as one might think. There's definitely some purple represented in here, but there's also a lot of neutrals and neutral lid shades for that matter. So I am in love with this palette, and at some point I think I might try and pan or hit pan on this shade Fluffy because it's such a beautiful transition color on my skin tone. Number 2 for July was a primer. It's the Dr. Brandt's Pores No More Luminizer Primer. This is a beautiful glowy primer, although I don't tend to reach for a lot of glowy business during the summer because my oils do all that work for me for free. But I did use this in certain targeted areas like the high points of my face, kind of like I would my Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless filter. But I love this. It's a great primer, and I'm sure you will see it come out to play again in the cooler months. And I did have the goal to use this 3 times, and I did do so. Next was the Physicians Formula Natural Defense Multi-Color Stick, and this is in the shade Soft Pink. I really love this blush. I always have. It's very soft, but beautiful. I feel like it almost has like a blurring effect on the cheeks where it just kind of smoothens things out. I did have the goal to use this 3 times in the month of July, and I did do that, and I still love it. It's still a beautiful blush. It's also a really beautiful base blush if you like to layer your blushes up. I love putting this on and then putting a powder blush or something more shimmery or glowy on top, which is kind of what I did today. Next was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild palette. I have been having a ton of fun with this palette. And this month, my goal was to use each shade 1 time, which I did. Sometimes it was more like an inner corner. Sometimes I used them as lid shades, things like that. But I do love this palette. I don't wear it on my face ever, hardly. Although I think I would probably try Pink Heart at some point. But I love this for the eyes. It's absolutely phenomenal. So it was a real treat to have it in for the month. Lastly, I'll put the picture up that I took at the beginning of July, is the Tom Ford Lip Color Mini in the shade True Coral. My goal for this one was to use it once on the cheeks and once on the lips, and I did neither. I feel like this product has expired, and I've since thrown it away. I never used it, and for whatever reason it suddenly started oozing some kind of a sticky business. And for me, once products change texture, smell, things like that, it's expired and I'm going to dispense with it. So I already did that, so I did not meet that goal. So again, I met 4 out of 5 goals for the month. Moving into August, our color is black, and of course all of mine is black packaging. And maybe not of course, but all of mine are black packaging. The first product is the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. It's from their Studio Secrets line. It's this very moussey, kind of putty-like primer. It's a smoothing primer. I feel like it helps blur pores a little bit, and I am wearing it today. I love this primer, but this month I want to really get to know it really well. And so my goal is to not only use this 5 times, but to use it 5 times with 5 different foundation or base products over top to see how it behaves, and maybe any favorite combinations. So I will report back on that next month, but I'm excited to get more use out of it. Next, again, black packaging, is my Huda Beauty Tantour Contour and Bronzer Cream. I have the shade Fair, and let me tell you, this puppy packs a punch. This is not sheer by any means, but it is super easy to work with, and it is matte. I think it's allegedly waterproof, or I imagined that, but I do have this on as my bronzer today. I love the color, I love the staying power, and I was really excited and kind of already had predetermined that I'd be including this in the month for black. So my goal is to use this 5 times, which shouldn't be hard. I am working on another cream contour product, but it's just 5 times. So I'm excited to use it more though, because it's one that I haven't gotten the chance to reach for too much this summer. I should swatch it for you. And so I've been wanting to use it, and so I kind of, like I said, thought ahead, and I was like, I'll put it into monochromatic for the color black. So that's what it looks like. It's a really beautiful color, kind of soft and moussey, but very pigmented, and that is what it looks like blended out on my skin tone. I really like the color of this. Emily Noel's been talking about this a lot lately, and I was like, yes, finally. I know this is an older product, but I don't hear people talk about it all that much anymore, and it's still fabulous. Another product that I just was dying to throw in for the color black was something from MAC Cosmetics. I love my MAC products, but they don't ever seem to like jump out at me for certain videos. I know a lot of people don't use MAC. I know a lot of products get discontinued from MAC. So any hoozle, I'm putting in the Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Soft and Gentle. This is such a beautiful highlighter. I love a beautiful peachy highlighter. Now this is a little icy-ish for my skin tone right now in summer, but you can see like the undercast of it is, you know, not too light. I just love it. I am wearing it today. It totally packs a punch. It has a little bit of a glitteriness to it, but I feel like if you either buff it in the skin or go over top with a sponge, which is what I did today, after you apply it, it kind of picks up the sparkles as well as tapping off your brush when you apply. Last before the palette of the month is a twofer, and that is my Wet n Wild Mega Last Matte Lip Colors. I have 2 shades here. I have Bare It All and Wine Room. I've worn Bare It All before, and I'm wearing it now. It's a nice peachy nude color, matte, but not like dry at all. I feel like it still has a little bit, I feel like it's more like a cream lipstick than anything. So that one's pretty easy to use, but I picked out the shade Wine Room, which I do really love. Honestly, I kind of wish I had gone with it now, which I hardly use at all. Like, I would guess that I've used each of these less than 3 times. And so this month I put them in with the goal to use each one 1 time. So hopefully I should be able to meet that goal pretty easily. But they are beautiful colors. I don't know why I don't reach for them, but I don't. They just languish in my lipstick drawer. And then lastly, the palette of the month, again, black packaging, and it is the Maybelline Nudes of New York. I've been wanting to dip back into this. I adore this palette, And not just for drugstore makeup, although it's really good for drugstore makeup. I also just love this. I love the color story. It's so stinking easy to use. So the goal is to use this to create 2 looks this month. Let me know what you want to see. Do you want to see like a day look and a night look? You want to see like a matte look and a shimmer look? What do you want to see? Let me know. But it's such a good palette. Of course, I am wearing it on my eyes today, and it's so effortless. And honestly, this has taken the place of my e.l.f. New Classics palette, which was the running queen for best drugstore palette, especially neutral wise. But I cannot wait to use this palette. I could do a whole lot more than 2 looks with it, but I have a couple of other multi-look videos coming up in the month, so I don't want to shoot myself in the foot. So I do have the goal to use this to create 2 looks. And I hope you guys will enjoy that video, because whether you have this palette or not, you will easily be able to recreate those looks based on, you know, the colors that are offered in this palette here. They're all very neutral, and I'll do my best to remember to swatch them on my hand as I'm creating the look, so maybe you guys can get a visual and find something similar in your own collection. But if you are looking for an affordable neutral palette, numero uno at the drugstore, and has been for me for quite some time. And that, my friends, is a wrap. A little chatty because I've missed talking to you guys since I went to Vegas and everything, which was great. If you missed it, I did do a get ready with me using the makeup that I brought and bought for Vegas. So yeah, I'll link that down below in case you missed it. Let me know if you're doing this project, how's it going for you? Or if you're doing another project, how's that going for you? Are you still having fun? Do you like the products that are currently in your project pans? I really do, and I love that this project changes every month so that I can keep things fresh, but also be making progress or getting use out of everything in my collection. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you'll subscribe if you haven't already. I hope all your makeup days are absolutely beautiful makeup days, and I will see you in my next video real soon. Bye.